Hey guys, Grevo Tools. So we are doing a cool tool gadget review, and this right here is the ES120. This one's stamped as Edesign Creative Commons on here, but when I looked these up, they had a few different manufacturers that all appear to be selling the same ones. A few different kits available. So I actually got this. My mom, she saw it somewhere online, thought my son's a tool nut, so I'm gonna get my son this for Christmas. And I was pretty excited to open it. I think it's kind of a cool little screwdriver. I actually knew what it was too. I'd seen it before. So I don't know exactly where she got it or which company. I mean, it must be this Edesigns, but trying to look it up on Amazon, I couldn't find what I was confident that this one was. A lot of them had a little zip bag that's supposed to come with them, and this one didn't have that. It just had this little foam holder. It did have some of these nice little cases. This uses the little 4mm bits, the tiny little guys, as opposed to like a 1/4" bit. And so it came with these little things, and they were full, but well, here. So along with it, she got me this guy, which is the iFixit set. And let me tell you, I've seen this iFixit stuff. Sorry, we're sidetracked now. But this iFixit, I've seen this stuff. I've heard guys say it's great, but I've never really looked into it. I am impressed with this little kit. The bits are, I'd say, probably like a 7.5 out of 10. They're not perfect. You can see they just kind of are a little chunky on some of these, but the actual tips look to be very, very well manufactured. Looks like they'd fit even on these Allens. They have a nice little rounding on there. That one's upside down actually, but consistent. The other thing, this little driver is really nice in the hand. This feels almost, I'm thinking it's got to be a ball bearing for where you rest your hand against. Really comfortable to use. And then this extension is actually a flex extension that feels pretty stout. I mean, for what it's going to be used for, little collars on there. So, yeah, sidetracked on that. But that's why I've got this full kit. So the ones that came with the actual screwdriver, I just threw into one of these boxes without the foam because I didn't want two boxes taking up room. And oh yeah, the lid. So this whole thing fits right into this nice little box, and it's got little magnets in the corners, and you can even put that on backwards. It's just really well designed. The foam, I don't know how the heck, if that's a heat press or a tiny little CNC. I can't imagine it is. It's got to be some kind of a heat press. Oh, it's probably a laser. But each one of them marked what they're supposed to be, and it's actually pretty readable for the size. Yeah, I'm impressed with this iFixit kit. Okay, so got sidetracked. So it came with, see, 2, 4, 6, 7. That's weird. 2, 6, 7. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, I can count. So it came with 16 bits because it had 7 in each case, and then 2 just loose in there, which I thought was kind of strange. But that's also the reason I just threw the ones that came in there in that little bit box to keep those 4mm ones separate. Okay, so the reason why we're here, sorry, sidetracked. This ES120, this is a gyroscopic precision screwdriver. So when you turn it on, here's your screen. It's kind of neat. When you, if you watched the DeWalt video, then this will make more sense, but this will actually spin itself. You just have to hold down the button and turn. You can hear it going. So, put a bit in there, maybe you can see that a little bit better. But it will drive, and the further over you turn, the faster it turns. So this guy, it's kind of cool too. You've got some different settings I'll run through here in a second, but the screen actually does something. So as this, if you watch the screw head, I'm driving in, now loosening out, driving in, loosening out. So I think that's kind of neat. Your hand covers it the entire time, so it's really an unnecessary feature. When I first got it, if you guys get one of these, if you triple click the button fast, so 1, 2, 3, it's going to give you some settings. So it goes away pretty quick. 1, 2, 3. So you've got automatic, something, and then 1 through 4 are different torque settings. Who knows how accurate those are? But if you come down here to P, when you press the button and turn, it's full speed. And so I don't really like that one because it's almost hard to control and keep it in the same spot, especially with Steady Hands McGee myself here. I shake a little bit too much. So I like to have it in this A setting where when you turn, the further you turn, the faster it's going to turn. And it makes it a little bit more controllable, at least for me. And you can still get it all the way up to that high setting. You just have to turn your wrist a little bit further. Let's see. Oh, so non-removable battery, rechargeable with a USB plug right in the end. The packaging, I think, said 20 minutes of runtime, 40 minutes to recharge. I doubt you're going to use this thing too hard, even though tearing apart some tablet computers that I do at work, that's where I'm going to use the crap out of this. And so I'm curious to see, I haven't used it a whole lot yet. I'm curious to see how well it holds up to that and how well the runtime actually is. Overall though, aluminum construction, yeah, pretty stout. So if you want to know, the kit that I found that I think this one is off Amazon, and if you want to look for one of these, search motion control screwdriver, and then you'll find these little micro precision ones. It'll pull up all the different companies and some of the different kits that are available. So this one, the kit that I think this one runs $105.99 off Amazon. But I saw them as low as 75 or 80 bucks with where it didn't have quite so many bits, but you got the little carrying case. They advertise it as 270 RPM. They say that, so this one, like one of the other ones, let me grab a screw here so I can show you. It's not overly powerful, but it's not made to be powerful. So when you do screw something in, that's about all she gets. You can still manually screw it in by hand as well. And so they say that you can get 2.8 kilograms per centimeter of force, I think. I'm not familiar with that scale, so I converted it on the Google. And they say that that's about 3. No, that's not right. I'll have to double check that. Don't quote me on those numbers. It's not overly powerful, but it does have some increased torque when you turn it. So I'm gonna do just a quick comparison, test out what they say for RPM, and just do a comparison driving some screws into some wood, one singular. So look for that video. I'll probably link it to at the end of this one because this one's pretty much over. But yeah, neat little tool. I can see a lot of guys, not so much in the workshop using it, but you know, the little electronic guys would find this very useful. I'm fairly impressed. I mean, that's not a little screw that actually went in there fairly well without a pilot hole. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. Check out the other video, and sorry I'm not better at YouTube.